Today we're in Brighton with the brand new Sony A6600. This camera's built for both stills and video, so we're going to be testing it around the city and then heading over to a boxing gym later today to have a look at the low light capabilities too. Some of the features we're super excited about are the video specs, which we'll go into a little later, the fact that it's got 5-axis in-body image stabilisation, and the real-time tracking IAF for both humans and animals. So let's head out and see what it can do. That's cool. I really like that. You just know I'm going to need to put some contrast on that in edit. The artist has done such a good job on that the A6600 is picking up face detect. I love that. I'm using the E-mount 1655 2.8 with the A6600 today. It's a perfect lens for this style of photography. It's nice and quick. At the zoom range, you still get like a really nice depth of field as well. So even at times, it almost makes it look like you're shooting with a prime. It's quite nice to use a lens like this with such versatility. Look at his little face, huh? Oh, he's genuinely such a little cutie. Now we're going to try out the vlogging for this camera. You can flick the screen up like this, which is good because obviously you can see yourself. You can't see the entirety of the screen, and there is this little sticking out bit which worries me slightly. But Sony did say that it was like super secure, and I'm just going to trust them on that. Now obviously this is an APS-C camera, so I'm going to start this vlogging. Now I'm in 4K 25p, there's no crop in that. And the 1655 obviously means that it's wide enough so that, you know, I'm not like here, which is horrifying. Now we do have IAF, and it does seem, as I move around, if I move around a little bit, it does seem to be tracking my eye, which is really good. And obviously you want to be able to rely on that if you're vlogging. You want it to be tracking your eye, you want to know that it's quite accurate. I can imagine that if you were trying to put a mic on this, especially if it was something like the Rodelink Filmmaker kit, which a lot of people own, you wouldn't be able to see anything of this screen. So at the moment, let's flick over. At the moment, you can hear me through this lavalier going into George's A7S. However, if we select here, okay, so now I'm going to be using the in-camera audio here of the A6600. So everything I'm saying here, you're hearing from the in-camera audio. I'm hoping it's sounding not terrible. It is a little bit windy here today, so obviously that's quite a good test. Also, the A6600 does have a headphone port, so you can wear headphones if you want to monitor your own audio, which is fantastic. So many cameras don't have that anymore. George loves headphones. Look at his headphones, massive headphones. Gotta have headphones if you're checking your audio, so that's really nice. I've always liked being able to touch a screen for autofocus, and in fact this one you can do touch shutter as well, which it is super useful sometimes, especially when you're shooting from the hip. Now what we really want to try out is the real-time Iaf tracking. So we're now going to head over to the boxing gym and take some action shots of how that's working, and I think George is going to do a little bit of video with this as well, just to see how we get on, because that tracking is meant to work within the video as well. So let's see how we get on with that. So we've come into the boxing gym to test out the face and eye autofocus with the A6600. Now it is pretty dark in here, so I have stuck on a 35mm f1.4 just so I've got that low aperture. Now it's going to be quite a difficult shoot because of the light. We didn't want to bring like flashes and stuff. This is a working gym, but it will be a really good test for this autofocus. This is where you can really make the most of those high frame rates as well. Here George shot some footage on the A6600. It was shot in 4K UHD, 25p, 100 megabits per second at 10-bit 420. All this footage was shot using the Iaf Tracking, and we were both surprised at the speed at which it could regain focus. George shot all of this footage handheld and moved a lot while shooting to test out the IBIS, and as you can see, that IBIS performed extremely well. The footage is noticeably smooth. Overall, we're really impressed with the video performance and new features present in the A6600. We finished up at the boxing gym now, and while we've been in there, the weather's deteriorated quite a bit. So I'm hoping I get this all out before it chucks it down raining. I was quite impressed with the way the eye autofocus worked in that gym. Obviously, when people are boxing, they're moving so erratically, so I wasn't expecting the eye autofocus to lock on as much as it did for both stills and video actually, so that's really good for this. And also, it makes such a difference if you are vlogging to have that really reliable eye autofocus. The other thing I've been really impressed with and haven't mentioned yet is the Z series battery in this. It's been super effective all day. We've been shooting and filming for a few hours now. We've got loads of life left in it, and obviously Sony's aren't famous for their amazing battery life, so I think it's worth talking about how noticeable having a high capacity Z series battery is in something like this. And also the way they fitted it in means the grip is super nice. I haven't felt like I needed to put a strap on this, you know, I've been walking about with it and it doesn't feel like I'm going to drop it. Even though there's not much in terms of a thumb grip, the front grip is so usable that it doesn't matter. Now, if you need any more information on the camera or the lenses or anything else Sony, you can pop onto the website. There's a whole host of information on there and our blog as well. You can pop into one of any of our stores where you can have a feel of the lenses and the bodies, or you can give us a call, send us an email, or of course put a comment below and we'll try our best to get back to you with all the info that you could possibly need. Thanks for watching.